Come shopping with me on a budget of $80 a week for 2 people for all of our meals. I'm honestly so happy to be back from traveling and back in my routines, and especially back to grocery shopping. Since we flew into town late last night, we really only need 6 dinners, leftovers for 6 lunches, breakfast items, and some snacks and dessert. And when I've got wiggle room, I'm definitely going to use it and splurge on a protein like steak. If you're new here, my name's Jackie. I meal plan. I don't meal prep, but I never enter a grocery store without an itemized list that prioritizes any leftovers I have in the pantry or fridge. Because we were traveling, the only leftover I'm working with this week is some butter. Everything else on the meal plan will either be bought here or listed in my pantry essentials video that I have pinned to my page. My husband and I are starting a mini health and wellness challenge for the next 30 days, so I wanted my meal plan to be fresh, light, and packed full of veggies. Skirt steak was on sale, so I picked up a couple pounds that we'll serve with chimichurri and sweet potatoes. And because the Midwest is still in a heat wave, I want to use my oven less, so I'm making chickpea protein pasta salad. These chili lime chips look good, and they were $1.59, so I picked them up along with some tortilla chips and a couple pantry essentials that needed restock. Picked up some tortillas for pulled pork mango salsa tacos. And I'm not a fan of protein bars typically, but these are my one exception. They are so good. Because it's so hot, I spent about $7 extra on some hydration. I picked up some liquid IV dupes, some coconut water, and then I'll use some lime juice to make a little hydration elixir for any time we're outside. With those extra items, my total came out to $88.28. I will show you guys an itemized list in just a second, but as always, here's a look at my weekly menu. If you're new here, we always cook enough dinner to serve at least 4 people, even though we're a household of 2, so that we can pack leftovers for lunch the next day. And we like to have snacks, dessert, and breakfast items ready to grab and go whenever we want. Here's everything that I bought. For produce this week, I got jalapenos, garlic, 2 mangoes, a bag of limes, nectarines, onions, carrots, green beans, bell peppers, sweet potatoes, bananas, lettuce, and zucchini. For pantry items this week, I got some red wine vinegar, some corn tortillas, a can of white beans, a box of chickpea pastas, some protein bars, brown sugar, potato chips, tortilla chips, passion fruit electrolytes, and then some coconut water. For dairy this week, we kept it pretty light and just got some milk, some mozzarella, and then a block of sharp cheddar. And finally, for protein this week, we got eggs, pulled pork, ground chicken, chicken thighs, skirt steak, and some ground beef. My newsletter is back in circulation at its normal schedule, so if you want any of the recipes I'm using this week, I'll link them all in my free weekly newsletter that goes out each Tuesday. Let me know what you're cooking this week.